Morning, Space Monkeys. Welcome to Political Fight Club. I'm your host, Robert Durden, and today I'm going to do a very short show on Joe Biden's recent announcement that they're going to have enough vaccines to vaccinate every adult in America by the end of May. He's acting like this is big news. I'm going to tell you why it's not. But first, let's talk about something exciting. We are having our first debate on Political Fight Club today. I will be debating Ben. It was supposed to be a couple weeks ago, but I had some car trouble. Ian had some car trouble. I'm still having some car trouble. And we need both of us to be able to get together here, and then we're going to do a live stream, or not a live stream, probably a Zoom call and record it. I'm going to try to do a live stream, but I haven't done it here before, and I'm not sure it'll work, but we're going to try to get it all figured out. And tonight that will likely be uploaded as well, so that's awesome. You're going to want to check it out. I will be debating against capitalism and defending eco-socialism, and he will be doing the opposite. He is a through-and-through capitalist. So we'll see what he has to say. I'm super excited about it. I've been kind of prepping for it for weeks now, so that'll be a lot of fun. Please join me with that tonight. Let's talk about Joe Biden's vaccine announcement. So the original announcement when he took office was that the Biden administration was going to be able to get every adult in America vaccinated by the end of June. And now it looks like that deadline has been moved up, and he went out and basically just tooted his own horn about this like it was the biggest thing in the world. And I hate to burst everybody's bubble. It is a big thing, but it's really not going to help all that much, and I'm going to break that down for you. I do have a background in medicine, so I have a leg to stand on with these things. Now, I'm not a virologist, but I've read a lot about COVID, and I have the capability to understand medical journals and stuff like that, and articles that are technical. And I'm going to tell you right off the bat that it looks like the vaccinations will not cause herd immunity. Now, what is herd immunity? Herd immunity in medicine is when a certain amount of a population can either be infected or be vaccinated against a virus or a bacteria. And when your body has been infected, it will create antibodies. And antibodies live inside your blood, and they have memory in them that remember old infections that you've had, so that you can get infected by something like a strain of the flu, and your body will build up antibodies for it, and you will be immune to that strain of the flu for sometimes 10 years, sometimes the rest of your life, depending on how good your immune system is, but for a very long time. And the cells that do that are called T cells. And what I was concerned about with COVID is that in initial studies, and correct me if I'm wrong, if there's any new studies, please send them to me, people that were getting sick were only able to gain immunity in their T cells for like 5 or 6 months after the initial infection, and then they were able to be reinfected by this same strain of COVID. So that's a scary proposition. I don't know if that's been updated, but if that's the case, what you're talking about is you would have to vaccinate almost everybody in America. You need 70 to 80%, depending on who you talk to, about to get herd immunity to actually work. You need 70 to 80% of the population vaccinated. And you're talking about a bi-yearly booster. So every 4 months, you'd have to go in there, or 5 months maybe, and you'd have to get another updated shot. And you think you're going to be able to get 70 to 80% of America's population who you can't even get to wear masks in public? You're going to get them all vaccinated and with all the updated boosters forever? In the future, just act like it's the flu, but you have to go in for 3 COVID shots a year? It'll never happen. I'm sorry. That's very cynical of me to say, but you're out of your mind. And it might have been able to happen had we put somebody in office that was an actual leader, but Biden is the worst president. I don't want to say he's the worst. He's equally bad with Donald Trump. And you think that people are going to unite under him, under his leadership, and everybody's going to get vaccinated and do their boosters? You're out of your mind. You're barely going to get 40 or 50% of the population, so you're not going to get herd immunity. So those people will be, if they keep going in for their boosters, they will have immunity, but still half the population. You have 160 million people unvaccinated, and who knows if they've gotten the virus recently, they will have immunity, but 6 months after that, who's to say that they even have immunity anymore? They can get it again, and they can spread it all the time. So you're in fantasy land if you think you're going to get everybody vaccinated to the point of herd immunity. And if it gets done, it'll be a decade from now. I'm not kidding you. This is not, I don't take any pleasure in telling you guys this, but it's a bad plan. So here's the good plan, and this is what they should do, and it's painful at first, but it would absolutely take care of it. You have to do a 6-week lockdown, total lockdown. You have everything that people need delivered to their doors via a government service, and you, like I said, you use the Defense Production Act, which Bernie said he would do, to create masks, to create whatever we need to send to people's houses so that they can survive in isolation for 6 weeks, total lockdown, everything, clean water, food, feminine hygiene products, everything sent in the mail. And testing kits. We can do those now, at-home testing kits. We absolutely can do that right now. And then you chain test, isolate everybody, find out who's sick, and enforce it. Now, again, that's tricky, because how do you enforce it when half the country won't listen to you? I'm not sure. And that goes back to my point that it's unfortunate that Joe Biden is president now, because he has the leadership skills of an earthworm. So, and the spine of an earthworm. And the charisma of an earthworm. So I don't think we're ever going to get any of this done, but I don't want you guys to get all excited like the vaccine is going to help anybody. My mother and grandmother have been vaccinated, and they are very excited because it means they can go in public for a while. But if it turns out that the vaccines are wearing off after six months or a year or something, they're going to be back for boosters, and eventually they're just going to be like, oh my God. Even they, elderly lefties for the most part, are going to be like, this is ridiculous. You're never going to get everybody vaccinated. So I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. Don't get your hopes high on it. And I think Joe Biden has enough scientific people around him that he probably knows that this is probably also not going to work. But of course, he wants to toot his own horn at empty victories all the way around. So of course this is an empty victory that he can go, hey look, we produced enough vaccines for every adult in the United States, though it means absolutely nothing because we can't get half of the adults in the United States to actually take it, but I want to get credit even though I did nothing. That's how Biden's going to do his entire presidency, and that's what he's doing here. So sorry to burst anybody's bubble. The good news is that there is a solution. It just depends on if we have the will to actually do it. And the other good news is there will be a debate on socialism versus capitalism on Political Fight Club tonight, so be sure to tune in tonight. I'll see if I can do it live. If not, look for the video later. All right, Space Monkeys. I'll see you later.